Good afternoon and welcome to Music Ministry Minute. Today's video focuses on a particular stop on the organ. Now this organ has quite a few stops. We can make the sound of a trumpet, of a flute, of a trombone, or one of my favorites, the crumhorn. But today, we're not talking about any of those. We're talking about the chimes. Now, if you spent any time at St. John's, you'll know how important the chimes are. This organ has an entire set of chimes. It's not an electronic or fake sound. It's a real set of chimes, one you would see an orchestral percussionist play in a concert. The chimes at St. John's have been bringing people together for years and years. They're used in worship in a multitude of ways, and they were even used during the pandemic, as we would have weekly chime concerts as people would gather, first safely from their cars, and then masked in person in fellowship in such a strange time. Well, those concerts have discontinued as we've been able to gather in the sanctuary. The gathering and fellowship and good feelings those chimes bring stay with us today, which is why we're talking about them. As you may have noticed in worship, the prelude has been moved to the very beginning as the first thing people hear when they enter the building. The prelude, of course, is to prepare us for worship, whether it's an arrangement of a hymn to come, something seasonal, or something to set the mood for the worship service. What we'll be adding this Sunday to further reinforce that idea of preparation for worship is the sound of the chimes. As we thought about what we could do before the prelude to invoke this sense of peacefulness and calm and preparation, we thought of the chimes. So when the 10:15 service begins, I'll ring the chime 3 times, like this. This centering tone will remind us to prepare our hearts and minds for worship as I then begin the prelude. After the prelude will be the announcements and the service will continue. That's all for this week's Music Ministry Minute. I hope to see you this Sunday, and I hope you hear the 3 chimes before the prelude as we prepare our hearts and minds for worship.